it's going to take power to stay safe. Man, the church now, that's when we see folks saved for a month. Do good for 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden just blow it in a major way. Now when that happens, you always got people who ready to run to you once folk mess up. I saw that. Oh, I knew they were doing such and such. You didn't know? No, I didn't know. And if you saw it and didn't say it, then you really need to shut up. Folk gonna fall in the church. Folk gonna do things in the church sometime. If you ain't got your mind right, you gonna be like, my God. Close your mouth and think about some of the stuff you done did that didn't make public. Come on, think about some of the stuff you said that God only allowed certain people to hear you talk like that. Only allowed certain people to see some of us in places where we didn't look ourselves. See, those of us who are strong, we have to bear the infirmities of those who are weak. You can't talk about weak folk and the only thing you doing is downing them. You probably ain't even prayed for them the entire year. Then gonna be the first one at the funeral tomorrow. I want to have words. Hush. Hush. Because you got folk like that in the church. They made themselves the polices in the church. And they policing everybody else, but won't write themselves no ticket. God, I'm teaching right up in here. I'm giving you a ticket for that. I'm giving you a ticket for saying that. Yeah, you're going to get a ticket for that. If God were truly handing out tickets, some of us be under the jail. Now, see, all the deep folks are sitting there looking like this. I say that is not me. Have you to know I was saved at 6. Filled with the Holy Spirit at 6.5. Look at Mark 4. You got to teach it like that. You got folk in the church that will be just, whoo, they'll go on a trip on you. Mark 4:37. And a great windstorm arose. Great windstorm. Somebody shout, great windstorm. It's the kind that shake your house if you're in a house. You know, some of you probably have been in an actual tornado, a hurricane before. You know what I'm saying? So you understand what the disciples was facing. The waves beat into the boat so that it was already filling. It's verse 38. But he was in the stern, asleep on a pillow. They awoke him and said to him, Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? You don't care about us no more? You just gonna lay there asleep in the boat filling with water? We about to die. See, it's amazing how pushovers talk. It's amazing how we talk to God when we in that wimpish place. You ain't gonna talk bad about him at church. It's amazing how we accuse God of doing us wrong. And tell your neighbor, you know how folks is. Once they start talking about God, you know the preacher next. God, if you love me, and I've been doing all this praying, I just checked my statements for what I gave in tithe in 2019. That's a lot of money, God, for you not to be showing up doing what you're supposed to be doing. I could have did such and such with that. Maybe if I'd have took half of that, I could have did something about it. This seems like you don't want to really do nothing about it. Bad mouthing God, and he gave you the job. Gave you the strength to do the job. Woo. And I'm about tired of pastor too. When he always tell my better here, better there on the left side. But when he come to the right side, he always rebuking and crazy. I know he looking at me. See, some of us not surprised because you know how wimps talk. And some of us have lived with folk that got talking like a wimp. We just don't badmouth God, the preacher. Then we start badmouthing people who are following the preacher. People who talking like the preacher. Well, I'm just going to tell y'all, God is don't you come over here trying to act. You ain't pastor. Sick of you trying to be pastor. Speak for yourself. You always saying what that man is saying. Oh, who you supposed to be? I remember when you used to do such and such, such and such, such and such. Y'all ain't the only one living. Say y'all ain't the only one, right? It's all right to do certain stuff. Y'all holier than thou people. Weaklings. In the text, they are acting like weaklings. These are grown men, according to the text, who see water filling a boat. They don't get buckets, according to the text. They're not doing anything to get the water out. What makes them weaklings is that according to the text, the only thing these grown men are doing is running to somebody complaining. Wouldn't it be good if the text said that they had done all they could do? We don't see them doing nothing but going down there to Jesus, not even trying to deal with the water. I'm talking about you, how you ain't even trying to deal with your bill. I'm talking about you, how you ain't even trying to deal with your marital problem. I'm talking about you, how you ain't doing nothing to come out of what you in. I'm talking about you, how you ain't doing nothing to better yourself for a better job. I'm talking about you, how you ain't doing nothing to stand up to that man. I'm talking about you. You, the pushover. Folks have been back in school 10 years ago. You, the pushover. I ain't got the finances. The reason I ain't back in there. God give people what they need. He is helping you not to waste more money. He's helping you while you that pushover that you don't get yourself further in debt. He arose, rebuked the wind, and said to them, peace, be still. The wind ceased. There was a great calm. But he said to them, why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? Oh, wait. Look at somebody and just say, I know you're going through some stuff. But how is it that you're facing all that stuff and have no faith? Look at somebody else and say, I know you're going through things. But how is it that you have all that power, but you're so fearful?